It's a big night of high school sports in our community. The News 8 Highlight Zone starts now.
Good evening, I'm Greg Wawrinick. Charlie Clifford joins us in a little bit. Sparta has bursted onto the scene with their 3-0 start. Tonight, the test if the Spartans are contenders for this year's MVC title chase. Sparta hosting the three-time defending MVC champion Logan Rangers. Logan comes up with the energy after a Sparta 3-0. Trey Davis to Jack Hinton, it's 7-0. Ryan Wisniewski makes a couple big throws for Sparta, converts on a 3rd and 30, and then here to Caleb Shaw. Extra point no good, so it's 7-6 Rangers. Second quarter, Logan punting in their territory, blocked by Jaden Winchell. Travis Gady takes it back, 12-7. Sparta with the lead at the break. Third quarter, Davis drives inside the 10. A little jump pass to Hinton. 2-point conversion no good, it's 13-12 Logan. 5 minutes to go in the third, this the big throw. Wisniewski to Shaw. No one going to catch him. Sparta with the lead again, 18-13. Final seconds, last chance for Logan. The reverse pass. It comes back to Davis. Sparta sniffs it out. Davis eventually gets brought down. That seals the win, 18-13. Here's News 8's Charlie Clifford with the postgame.
Greg, Memorial Field is back. What do you think, boys?
It's awesome. We love it.
Ryan Wisniewski, the senior quarterback for the Spartans. You threw a couple TD passes, and you led this team on defense late with your buddy Jaden Winchell. How's this scene feel for you?
It's awesome. It's so unreal to think. A couple years ago, we could barely win a game, and now we're 4-0.
Just building it up and believing in our family, having hope every day, coming in and battling our hearts out during practice and our games. We're here to stay, make a statement this year.
A statement indeed. Moving on, Onalaska puts their perfect mark on the line at home against Aquinas. We join this game with On up by a touchdown. Jalen Zubich putting on the moves from 33 yards out. Hilltoppers taking the momentum early. Later on in the first, Anna facing a 4th down. Braxton Dewitt hits Noah Fredrickson in stride. He rumbles across the goal line. 37 ball game. It wouldn't be Hilltopper night without a highlight from Jalen Sample. He catches the quick hit and wins the 41-yard dash into the end zone. The blowout continues with the other quarterback, Noah Skifton, in charge. Takes the snap, gets outside, and finds his way into the end zone for another score. Another impressive showing for Onalaska. They move to 4-0, winning 58-7. West Salem also 3-0 entering the night, taking on Toma. Timberwolves, they're down at the half, but here they come. Kyle Kroner on the end around, 51 yards to the house. They get within a couple touchdowns. Panthers then drive to the 1-yard line. 4th and goal. Toma defense stands tall. They stop them on downs. The West Salem defense answers right back. Brendan Holt off the edge for the sack. Panthers still with the lead. Then Gabe Lamont puts the ball game away. Barrels in for the score. His 3rd touchdown of the night. Also 138 yards on the ground. West Salem wins 35-12 as they also stay undefeated on the season. Central hosting Hillman. Both teams looking to bounce back after losing their conference openers. Vikings driving in the first quarter, 4th and short. They pass the marker, but then cough up the football. Central falls on it and takes over. That drive would stall out as well. Final play of the first. Pullman knocking. Seth Wilson slips over the top of the pile. They get on the board first. Second quarter now, Vikings once again smelling points. Everyone, including our camera guy, thinks Wilson's getting it again. In the meantime, Isaac Hanlon strolls in for the score. Pullman winning tonight 33-7. Some teams in the state already this week are in a spot to clinch a postseason berth, while other teams, like teams in the Cooley and SWC conferences, they're still waiting to play their conference openers, which take place next week. One more week of crossover games. Prairie hosting Arcadia. Some special guests at this game. The Milwaukee Bucks own the future statewide tour, catching some Friday night lights. Rookies Thon Maker and Malcolm Brogdon. First quarter action. PDC's Ethan Swigum getting the offense moving. Great run sets the Blackhawks inside the 20, and it sets up this play. Dylan Yeomans from 10 yards out plows his way into the end zone. Game tied 7-7. Raiders defense buckles down from there. Jacob Lalamont getting the sack. That will force a punt. 2 second-half touchdowns for Arcadia gives them a 20-7 win. Luther coming off their first loss of the season back at home against Platteville. The visiting Hillman set the tone early. Ethan Bernhardt to Zach White. 56 yards for the score, and it's a 6-0 game. Later on, more Platteville. Bernhardt this time with his legs punches it in for the TD. Luther dropping to 2-2 as they get shut out tonight. Also this evening in the Cooley, GET's defense holds strong on a 2-point conversion attempt in the final minute. They win 20-19, and Black River Falls loses 14-0. A pair of games pushed back to tomorrow. Richland Center at Viroqua and Lancaster at Westby, both starting at 1. Coming up, we still have 7 more stops, including the home opener for the Winona Windhawks. The Highlight Zone will be right back. Welcome back to the News 8 Highlight Zone. Winona currently receiving votes in the Associated Press Class 4A state rankings. Winhawks with their sub-district and home opener tonight hosting Austin. Second half, Winhawks up big and looking for more. Jonah Bolter finds the sideline. He's into pay dirt for the touchdown. They go up 41-7. Later in the half, Dalton Sharmer with the beautiful play. INT for him. He returns that one all the way to the 7-yard line. Very next play, Robert Warren walks right into the end zone. 48-7, Winona winning the home opener. Cotter also with their home opener this evening, playing host to Pine Island. Pine Island leads 27-0 at the half. The second half, a little different story. Zach Shell tips the ball away to force Pine Island to punt. In the fourth quarter, the Winona Cotter D making plays again. This time Jack Vassler gets the strip sack. Noah Noctegal would scoop and score. Ramblers get on the board. That be the only touchdown they get this evening. Pine Island a winner, 27-7. RushfordPeterson sub-district opener versus Fillmore Central. Both teams finished in the top 3 in the standings last year. First quarter, Trojans going with the trickery. Noah Carlson, half-back pass. Touchdown to Lucas Rasmussen. Rush beat up 6-0. Second quarter, Carlson's going to take this one in for the touchdown, and what a night it was for him. 240 all-purpose yards to go with 3 touchdowns. RushfordPeterson winning at 18-8. More scores in Minnesota. La Crescent falls 55-14. Houston a 46-8 winner. Spring Grove victorious 55-12. Nothing reported between Mabel Canton and Lanesboro. And Caledonia's game at home against St. Charles gets postponed to tomorrow night at 7:30. 2 teams remain undefeated in the Scenic Bluffs. Little surprise that one of those teams is defending state champion Bangor. Royal, however, have surprised many. 3-0 start after going 2-7 last season. Royal tonight going for 4-0, hosting Cashton. Both teams 1-0 in conference play. Straight to the second half. Opening drive for Royal, and they are going for it, but they are denied. Brandon Klimek was the first one there. Turnover on downs. Eagles capitalize. Third down, Brady Butzler drops back and lets it fly. Dawson Mashik catch, and Cashton ties it 14-14. Royal answering in a big way. Ensuing kickoff, Adrian Renault plays it on a hop, and he gets some nice blocks. He's got room down the sideline, and he takes it to the house. Panthers go up 20-14, and that's the difference maker. It ends up being the final score. Royal keeps their perfect season alive. A little down the road, it's Hillsboro hosting Brookwood. First quarter, Falcons on the move. Matthew Hansen is on the money to his receiver, Cody Tormian. Nice diving grab puts Brookwood in the red zone. It's 4th and goal now for Brookwood. And get a look at this play. Hansen rolls out, nowhere to go, gets rid of it at the last second, and he's got Sawyer Ellsworth wide open in the end zone for the score. Falcons get 6 there, and they win a defensive showdown. 12-2 the final. Another score in the Scenic Bluffs. Zach Lowe with 3 touchdowns, now with 14 on the year. New Lisbon wins big 45-8. And Bangor plays at Highland tomorrow afternoon at 2. Tonight we see who gets bragging rights in the Hansen family. Brothers Chad versus Jeremy as Oliva Strum hosts Blair Taylor. First quarter, Quinn Olson sweep outside, makes a man miss, and goes in for 45 yards to the end zone. Cardinals on top 8-0. Later in the quarter, Dustin Topper gets the handoff up the middle. He goes untouched for the score, making it 14-0. Chad Hansen and Oliva Strum winning it 38-7. Cochrane Fountain City goes for a 2-0 start to Dairyland play, hosting Augusta. In the first quarter, Tristan Schmidtneck connects with Garrison Barham on the slant. He breaks a few tackles and takes it the distance. CFC up 21-0. In the second quarter, Schmidtneck running the speed option, pitches it to Cole Nisbet, and he would have scored down the sideline, but his foot just going out of bounds right there. It wouldn't matter because a few plays later, Schmidtneck airing it out to Tate Murdy for 6 more. Pirates would extend their lead to 28 in the second quarter, and CFC holds on to win it 48-18. More Dairyland this evening. Melrose Mindoro victorious 45-12, and Whitehall 6 points better than Independence Gilmanton. Also this evening from around Wisconsin, no score for Pepin Elma. Mauston winning big 46-0. Rain's hitting our schools in the Ridge and Valley hard. Game at North Crawford will be played tomorrow at 2. DeSoto game moved to Monday at 6 o'clock. Ithaca, they remain undefeated, winning 34-12. A starting quarterback named for the Vikings. That news and more when the Highlight Zone returns. Welcome back to the News 8 Highlight Zone. It's time for our play of the night. It was the biggest game for Sparta football in years, and it turns into the program's biggest win in decades. Down by 1 in the third quarter, Ryan Wisniewski hits Caleb Schaaf. No one catches him. They take an 18-13 lead, and that turns out to be the winning play. Sparta getting a huge victory against Logan. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here next week on the News 8 Highlight Zone.